on the Tate. So the big late go is Dan Bird here. He looks magnificent, Dan Bird. How funny, as I was telling our radio audience a short time ago, she's a big, strong filly. She is unlike a lot of the Rory's Jesters, who are predominantly chestnut. This filly is a bay, and she's very similarly built to Ha Ha. She carries the colours of Republic Lass. Taped on the off-hind fetlock joint, has trialled twice on very fast occasions. Dan Bird couldn't have been more impressive than he was out here at his debut on the 30th of November. Merhoob back from his first run in the Breeders' Plate. He's a good sort. And the stablemate to How Funny here, Snippy, has had some backing at longer odds. So a most interesting race. Viramar refusing to enter at the moment. Mufti hasn't gone in. Neither has Dan Bird. Gilded Youth is coming forward now in blinkers. Jackleby, and we're all set for a start. This is the join the STC now handicap. 1100 metres. Charm View, the inside runner. Starter about to climb his ladder. Corriente sitting on the back of the stalls. Dan Bird behaves well, so does How Funny. Now the starter climbs the ladder. Presses the button, they're off. Oh, Matey and Gilded Youth made a mess of the start. And Snippy bounced out in front of Dan Bird. How Funny going smartly, followed too by Shelby. And then Merhoob a little more than a length away next. And the runners Viramar, shaded on the inside by Charm View from Mufti. And now Corriente drifting back from Matey. And Gilded Youth is last. Down the side, 700 a run. And the leader narrowly, Shelby now from Snippy. And How Funny's on a limb, followed closely by Merhoob. Inside of Dan Bird, who's nicely posited. 2 lengths to Charm View and Viramar. Another 2.5 lengths then to Mufti. A similar margin off Corriente, Matey. And Gilded Youth whips them in as they round the corner. And Shelby, the leader, about a neck or so from Snippy. How Funny. And Dan Bird taken to the outside. And immediately inside the favourite Dan Bird is Merhoob. Inside the 300. And Boss drives How Funny to the front. Dan Bird's got work to do. Snippy's fighting back well. And then Merhoob. It's How Funny in front from Snippy. And then Dan Bird. But How Funny is hanging on. The stablemate Snippy won't reach How Funny, and How Funny an impressive debut to beat Snippy. Merhoob third and Dan Bird fourth, followed by Mufti and Charm View. Matey and Gilded Youth made up many lengths after making a mess of the jump, and then came Shelby with Viramar, and Corriente was last to complete the course. Number 10, How Funny has won the first. Number 10, How Funny has beaten the stablemate Snippy, and obviously has a very, very bright future ahead of a How Funny. I was a little disappointed with Dan Bird, really. I think he was entitled to have got to the line better than he did. I know he had 58, and I know he drew the outside gate. But he was just a little bit disappointing today, comparing him here 2 weeks ago. Numbers 10, 7, 2 and 1. How Funny in the Republic Lass colours by Rory's Jester from Intertwined, a big strong filly. Interestingly, the mare is by Sir Tristram, so that adds a little bit of strength to the pedigree, and this particular filly might be adept at distances up to 14, maybe 1600. Anyway, she's won well today. 10, the winner. 7, Snippy second, written by Chris Muntz, by Snippets from Laminia, and third going to number 2. That was Merhoob, who's by Rory's Jester from Moment's Pleasure, trained by John O'Shea. And number 1, Dan Bird, was the official fourth placing. 10, 7.